It's a pretty good rule of thumb that when the weather is bad, there is less likelihood of a large outdoor gathering being successful. Not in Seattle today. There were so many people upset with the World Trade Organization, the WTO, which is meeting there this week, that opening the conference today was a very dicey affair. The opening ceremonies had to be canceled. For a while, the most radical demonstrators, who do not shy away from violence, were the center of attention. But throughout the day, thousands of people in Seattle and elsewhere were united in their opposition to the various consequences of trade in a global economy. We're going to begin with ABC's John Cochran.
No American city is more dependent on global commerce than Seattle. But today it was home to protests against world trade. Police tried to clear a path for delegates. But when protesters refused to move, police fired pepper spray pellets. Several protesters claimed police used unnecessary force. Many residents stayed home to avoid trouble. Others found themselves stuck in endless traffic jams. It wasn't any easier for delegates to the WTO conference. Several delegates, including this one from the Philippines, found themselves blocked by protesters from entering the conference center.
I can't get to it. I want to go to work.
By mid-afternoon, police abandoned some parts of downtown so they could provide security around the conference center. Protests shut down much of the city. Sympathetic longshoremen shut down ports here and elsewhere on the West Coast for several hours. Taxis disappeared as drivers also struck in sympathy. Among all the demonstrations, the biggest was organized by labor unions, worried that more trade agreements will encourage American companies to move their operations to other poorer countries.